The history of athletic achievement is riddled with prodigies, dynasties, and veterans. But the most hailed stories often come from those who we least expect. The long shot, the underdog. In the center of London, you'll find a climber pushing himself at a relentless pace. A climber who has gained internet notoriety for his dynamic movement on the wall. Standing 5 foot 7 inches, weighing 60 kilos with an ape index of plus 5 inches, Louis Parkinson was built for climbing. He entered an open international competition through the Vertical Life app, was voted by the public, and qualified for the Adidas Rockstars event in Stuttgart, Germany. Now Louis headed to face off against some of the world's most elite climbers in one of the year's most thrilling climbing competitions.
Sleepy. I'm sleepy and super nervous. That was me, sorry, I'll put it on silent. No, that's nice. It's my mum. Wish me good luck. I am a professional climbing coach from London. I've been climbing for the last 15 years. I've been doing lots of competitions, and I was once on the national team almost 5 years ago now, but haven't competed at an international level since then. I've been invited to the Adidas Rockstars, whoa, which is a competition I've been watching online since 2012, I think it first started. That might be wrong, we'll need to check that. Many years, I've been watching it online for many years. It's the most spectacular event. They invite the best climbers in the world, and me, apparently. But, I keep doing that, I keep kind of talking myself out of it. If you hadn't guessed, I'm feeling super nervous. So but then I'm rationalizing it a bit more, going, okay, so I've got like 0 expectations. If it goes horribly, that's what I was expecting or what I was prepared for. If it goes anything other than horribly, huge victory. So yeah, I think in a way, we did a video recently about the British Championships, and I was trying my best to get in the zone of just focus on climbing the boulder problems, it doesn't matter. But I had all these expectations of, but I've been doing it for so long, I really want to make finals, this is my year, I've been preparing really, really hard. Whereas for this it might be easier, because I've got just no expectations. I can just go out there, enjoy it, knowing anything I do is great. One of the things that's quite fun about climbing is it's always the underdog that people root for. I read an article about it ages ago that people kind of want to see the non-professional athlete who hasn't prepared at all just kind of turn up and smash it. Like, you hear all these heroic stories about Tommy Caldwell in the Dawn Wall film, turning up to not just his first international competition, his first competition ever at the age of 16, and it was this huge international event against all these world champions, and he won, and it's incredible, and oh wow, amazing. People love those sort of stories. So okay, yeah, I should relax a little bit more, because like, I have specifically been titled the underdog for this event. Even if I come last, that's exactly what they said I was going to do. So it's all right. Okay, debrief time. So I've just finished the comp. Didn't come last. Did come second last. But okay, we were talking before the comp that my aim was I just want to have one moment where I feel relaxed and just enjoy the climb and maybe finish a climb. And I did exactly that. On the last boulder, it was a little bit easier than the others, I think, but I could have easily not done it if I'd let myself get really frustrated, because obviously I'd not done any of the others. And but it was all right. I managed to chill out each time in isolation, came out with a fresh mindset onto each one. And so I did the last one. Really happy. It was a very, very nice moment to be on the top hold of the last climb going, at the top of a boulder, Adidas Rockstars, that's cool. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Things I would like to do better. I did get a bit panicked on some of the climbs. I was feeling lots of pressure. First boulder, almost, had a really good first go, then had about 100 really crap goes where I just slipped off the start holds again and again and again. If I was watching myself in coach mode, I'd be screaming at myself saying, what are you doing? Just sit down for a second. But I didn't. I was frustrated and I was panicked and I was looking at the timer and I was paying attention to it. But I think what I should have done is just taken a step back, let my skin cool down a second, and then try it again. So not that happy with how I did on the first boulder. I could have done it. Maybe if I'd just been a little bit more patient and resisted frustration a little bit more. But first boulder at a big comp, there's a lot of pressure, so it wasn't a total disaster. I didn't get the zone. No, it was a disaster. I didn't get the zone or anything, so not great on the first boulder. Second boulder, though, it was bridgy, smeary. Any handholds that did exist were like thumb presses pointing towards you. So no campus moves there. Classically not Louis style. Almost did it. Got the zone on my first go. I did the splits halfway through almost. There was a bit which one of the route setters talked to me afterwards about going, did you grab your own foot and hoik it up onto? I was like, yeah, it's a cool trick. He was like, yeah, it worked. So I was happy with that one because actually I did quite a lot better on that one than I expected. I got the zone, which is pretty cool, and just quite happy that I was pacing myself well. I was paying attention to the fact that although I was really excited and I'd done well on my first attempt, I'd tired my shoulders out a little bit because there's a lot of pressing like that. So I patiently waited for like a whole minute and a half. And then did the same thing I did on the other boulder and just had like back-to-back attempts for the next 2.5 minutes. Did get close though, quite happy. Third boulder, not happy. That was supposed to be the Louis boulder, I thought. It was exactly the way I read it, which is jump over to a good hold and catch a toe hook at the same time. And I tried anything but that for the first half of my time. For the first 3 minutes. Then only tried that near the end and realised that was going to work, but didn't quite manage it. I was rushing, I was getting a bit tired, and then I properly messed up my foot, just going into the toe hook a bit too aggressively. I've cut it, it hurts. And extra annoyingly, Nathan and I looked at the boulders before we started, and I pointed out to him, I was like, so for the setup for the start holds, it looks like maybe they're trying to trick us by having put a load of chalk on one of them. Could you start, so the way it's supposed to start is right hand on a crimp, left hand on a good hold, 2 feet low, but if you rotate like everything one over, you could have left hand on the crimp, right hand on a foothold, get the toe hook in first. We kind of realised we might be able to mess around with the start. I then tried it, didn't even leave the ground. I was like, oh no, this is clearly not going to work, and went back to other stuff. And then later I was watching Nathan and almost yelled from the audience going, Nathan, no, don't try that, it won't work. And then he did it. Exactly the way that I thought wasn't going to work, and it looked quite easy, so I probably should have committed to that. But annoyingly, didn't even do the first move of the third boulder. So was a bit frustrated at that point because I thought that was one that I could have done. That's really frustrating. Didn't know how hard the last one was going to be, and I was starting to get a little bit upset. And just because, the main fear I'd had of what if I go out there and I barely get off the ground on anything, and it was starting to feel like that's what was happening. I was like, if I get nowhere on the last boulder, I am actually going to be quite upset. And even just thinking about that, I was starting to get a bit upset before I'd even gone out and tried the last boulder. But it was okay. I managed to calm down, went out to the last boulder, and it was fine. It was probably an easier boulder, but I did it. I almost flashed it actually, but just fumbled and missed a crimp, and then got it easily on the third go. But I was lining up for that last hold, going, please be a good hold, and please don't miss, Louis. It's a good hold, and I didn't miss. It was an easy last move. So, there's the full debrief. I then went straight back into isolation, ran into previous world champion Dmitry Sharafutinov, who was going, I only did 3 boulders. Do you think that's enough? I was like, we had different aims, Dmitry. You're fine, don't worry. Just a very speedy thing. I briefly mentioned I won my voting competition to get to come to this. That was entirely thank you to everybody else other than me, because I didn't vote. So really deep thank you to everyone who voted for me to come to this competition. I don't think I'll ever be able to quite express just how exciting it is for me to be here. That's all I've got. Thank you so much. I'm going to do my best, and I hope you're excited to watch. See you later, everybody. Wish me luck. Okay, now I'm off. Shauna Coxey thought she thought I was straight into the semi-finals. I was like, no, actually, it's whoever wins everything else is just against me in the super final, and it's a speed campus boulder problem. Good luck, guys.